Hello there and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we're going to be talking about first the release of Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 and then a brief overview of kind of what the next little while of the mod's development is going to look like. This is going to be for all Empire War expanded mods, so Thrawn's Revenge, Fall of the Republic, and Revan's Revenge. We have set a release date for Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 of January 14th. That is this Thursday. We've had it posted in the mod if you look at the main menu as well as on our Discord. So if you would like to continue existing saves past that point, you will have to download the backup file of 2.3.6 off of mod database. And with the release on Thursday, there will be a full patch notes video just like with Fall of the Republic, so you'll be able to check that out. You can check out the Fall of the Republic patch notes to get an idea of what's going on there. But I did want to talk briefly about what you can expect going forward with Empire War Expanded, kind of what we're going to be focusing on in the next little while. There's still going to be one or two hot fixes for Fall of the Republic and Thrawn's Revenge. Part of having the release dates staggered like this is that it allowed us to kind of use Fall of the Republic in a way as a stealth beta for Thrawn's Revenge as well, and get some feedback on some stuff, smooth out some rough edges. So hopefully the Thrawn's Revenge release date should be in an even better state than the Fall of the Republic 1.0 release date. But just like anything else, I'm sure we'll have a few things that we want to fix in hot fixes. We will be, as always, doing our best to make sure that unless something goes horribly wrong, we don't do anything with hot fixes that would break an ongoing save. So, for the near future after that, we are going to be working on the 0.1 release cycle. The way the release cycles are basically structured now is rather than having each mod on different numbers, we're going to have one number for the whole release cycle so everyone has a more clear idea of where everything is. So we have just finished the 0.0 release cycle, and now we're moving into the 0.1 release cycle. So this is Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic, 0.1. These are going to be relatively short development cycles and are going to be focusing on some organizational stuff and cleanup. So we have some pretty major changes to certain things like eras and how eras work that we're going to be making, but our short-term goal with a lot of these changes is to get it, as far as the players are concerned, as far as you guys will notice, to a relatively similar state, but the way that we're handling a lot of these things and how they're done within the mod is going to be changing. So we're going to be getting in the new methods for doing the era system, for example. That will be a lot more flexible in how we handle eras going forward, but in the short term, it will look like the current. So we're basically going to be using this opportunity to update a lot of that code and do a lot of cleanup within the mod's files, which should mean that there's going to be a lot of bug fixes coming up in the next build, and it's going to be a lot of polish before we move on to the 0.2 release cycle, which will be more focused on more major content additions. There will still be a lot of redone art assets, new maps, some other mechanical changes, and new units, but we're trying to stay with stuff that's relatively simple for that doesn't require any major changes in how the game works, like we kind of did with 0.0. We want to give everything kind of a chance to settle there, get some feedback, make the tweaks we need to make. So you'll see a lot of kind of model updates, but you won't necessarily see a lot of new units that are going to be using new mechanics quite yet. Over this period, we're also going to start moving and working more directly with Revan's Revenge, which is our Old Republic era mod. The way that's working is we are basically deciding on 5 units in space for each faction and then a core ground and hero roster for each faction, getting all those in place, and then from there we'll decide what we kind of need to do a release. So that is still going to be a ways off, but it is going to get a bit more work now. We have several unit assets that have been done. So you'll probably see some more news specifically covering what that's going to look like and where we're at with that coming up in the future. All of this should put us in a pretty good position to start the 0.2 release cycle within a couple months, which is going to focus a lot more on some of the government mechanics and beginning work on getting some of the new factions in place in both Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic. So again, just a quick preview of what's going to be coming there. Remember, Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 will be coming out on Thursday, January 14th. That is this week. I don't have an exact time for that. Usually, depending on when I'm getting up and going to bed, I will try to do midnight releases, but I need to make sure that I'm going to be awake for a fair while afterwards to deal with any problems that come up. So it really just depends on that. So keep an eye on the Steam Workshop page, on the Discord, and here, as soon as the mod is up, the patch notes video will be released here. We'll have a ping for everyone on the Discord and all that stuff. So thanks again for watching. Hope to see you next time.